For some, partaking in fitness at the gym can be very challenging, sometimes even frustrating, or very strenuous. But what if we could experience all of that and all of the benefits, but in a more positive way? What if we could use a field of video games called Exergames, which combines fitness with a love of gaming, to alleviate this problem? Exergames can come in a few forms. There's pattern matching, sports, and pervasive. Pattern matching is your basic Just Dance or Dance Dance Revolution, where you're basically just matching your moves to the moves on screen. Sports is something like your Wii Sports, and pervasive, well, the definition's a little bit unclear for that one. These games are super cool because they engage many senses. It's a form of working out. In many of these sports games, there's definitely a tactile component. You might be holding a remote or two remotes, and there's also some vibrational cues based on your performance. These games are also always set in some sort of virtual environment. You could be playing first person, or you can make use of an avatar, and these virtual environments are further enhanced whenever you have a VR headset. And finally, there's also a lot of auditory cues. There might be audible instructions on how to properly play their game. There might be environmental sounds like wind or water, depending on the sport and depending on the game. And there's also sometimes audible feedback on performance, like a good job. If we look at an example of how all these senses are all integrated together, we could use Wii Sports because it's probably something that most of us have played, specifically tennis. This virtual game of tennis uses audio, visual, and tactile cues in two different ways. So first, it provides primary cues, which are cues about how the player should respond to a stimuli. For example, you can visibly see how close the ball is to your character and the direction you have to swing. The cues are also used by providing reinforcement feedback, specifically in this case through tactile cues, which include the remote vibrating once you've hit the ball correctly. The audio cues are used in both ways here actually, because there's a sound for when the ball goes over the net and hits the ground, signaling that you need to be ready to swing, and again, along with the vibration, there's another noise once you've successfully hit the ball. Exergaming is very interesting because it might be a viable solution to replace fitness in the gym because you're getting the same sensory experience, but with the motivation that comes with playing a video game. And, well, you might be asking, who cares? Well, ever since the COVID-19 pandemic, the global physical inactivity levels have been skyrocketing. And researchers are just trying to find ways that can motivate people to get back into the gym. But maybe the issue isn't getting back into the gym, but finding alternatives. And this is definitely a good alternative.